Hola guys, happy Wednesday. Little dude and I just got home. It is 9 o'clock and I am about to get into making Pico de Gallo and guacamole for tomorrow's potluck. We're still celebrating my coworker's birthday. She was on vacation last week. So we're doing her little birthday potluck tomorrow because everybody is back at work. There were some few people that were out sick, a few people that were out on vacation. So we're all back together tomorrow. And we are going to do a potluck. One of the girls is bringing enchiladas. Somebody else is bringing rice and beans. And I had mentioned once that people really seem to like my guacamole. And they've been wanting to try it ever since. So I'm like, you guys, it's just avocado. But they really want to try it. So they put me on guacamole and Pico de Gallo duty, which is fine. But we were at the grocery store and came home and I just bought a lot of ingredients that I need and thought maybe you guys want to learn how to make guacamole if you don't know how to make guacamole. And Pico de Gallo if you don't know how to make Pico de Gallo. But it's very, very simple. It's delicious. And I thought, why not? Let's do something in the kitchen, in my kitchen, okay? So let's get into it. So these are the ingredients we'll need. They're not in any kind of order. I'm just going to use all the same ingredients for basically the same thing. We're going to use onion, cilantro, lime juice, jalapenos, tomatoes. I like the aromas, and of course avocados. Now I hope I found some decent avocados. I know good and well they won't have any dark spots in them, but they're kind of firm. I mean, they give a little squeeze, but I was in a pinch and I don't like the avocados at Walmart. The ones at Kroger are too small and they're hit and miss, but the Mexican grocery store across from our subdivision has these big giant mama jammas, but I had to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until I found some that I think will work. I really wanted 4, but I could only find 3 that were workable. So let's start doing our thing. So the first thing we're gonna do is have our aguacates. Aguacate, word of the day is avocado in Spanish, aguacate. Beautiful, okay, if not a little firm, but still very, very beauteous. Take out the huesito, take out the pit. I wish I had found 4, but then I always tend to overfeed whenever I make anything for anyone. So maybe 3 will be enough. It's not that many of us. Look at that big old bone. I hate splitting them because y'all know I like to. Yeah, this one's fighting a little because this one may not be very ready. Now, yes, the sticker is still on them, but I just rinse them off because I don't want to be touching the outside of the avocado. The inside of the avocado if I've been touching dirty peel. So, yes, you still see the little sticker on it, but they were rinsed, guys. Okay. Yeah, they're giving me a little fight. That's how come I know they're not 100% ready, but when we get all the other ingredients mixed up in there, it's going to be luscious. So what I do, just to start giving it a bit of texture in the bowl, is I just do my little diagonally slices like so, like that. Just make my little squares. Now I'm going to smash this down some, so it doesn't matter how big they are. I just feel it's easier to work with if I do it this way. So I'm going to slice up the rest of these avocados just like so, and scoop them out into the bowl. So now I'm just gonna scoop out the goodness. Like I said, I'm not gonna leave them whole like this. I am gonna smash it down some. Some people like a chunky guacamole. That is not how I was raised, okay? I was raised with a nice, smooth, not whipped or anything like that, but a smoother avocado, and definitely not chunky. So we're gonna scoop out all of this yumminess in here. Oh yeah, I think 3 are gonna be perfect. Oh, my secret ingredient, you guys. I forgot to tell you in the ingredient part of this little snippet that I add something to my guacamole that I've been doing for years and years and years. And I honestly think that's what makes it good. I honestly think that's what gives it that extra something something that people really seem to like. So let's scrape it all out. And we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to slice our tomatoes. Now you can use any tomato you like. You can use a salad tomato. You can use Roma. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you like. I like Roma. It's a little more bitey, if that makes sense. And not as juicy as like your salad tomatoes, because that can sometimes water down your guacamole. But it's up to you. Whichever one you want to use. This is just what I'm used to using. Now you can also de-seed your tomatoes if you don't want all those little extra seeds and all the water, you know, to come all out in your guacamole. If I ask a person's preference and they say they like a drier guacamole without all the seeds of a tomato, then I'll de-seed. But if I'm making my guacamole, the one that I've been making forever and ever, I leave the seeds in on the Romas. Now I have removed the seeds on some of the like salad tomatoes. But I'm just going to chop these, and I want to keep them a nice size. I'm going to dice them. I don't want itty bitty, but I also don't want big old hunks. So I'm just going to slice up these maters. I don't know how many I need yet. I don't start really deciding until I start looking how everything looks once I'm chopping. And then I start like figuring out my ratio. Like, will it be enough? Will it be too much? That kind of thing. So I'm just going to slice these little babies up and try not to eat one. Oh, I love tomatoes, guys. I love tomatoes. I can eat tomatoes like apples. I love them that much. But I'm going to finish these up and then we'll move on to the next thing. So I'm going to set my maters aside because I still don't know if that's too much or if that's too little. How rude. And now I'm going to do my onion. Again, with onion, you can use any onion you want. If you like red onion, yellow onion, it doesn't matter. I don't like the flavor of red onion. I think it's too strong. And yellow is too spicy. So I've, as long as I can remember, have made it with white onion. And again, it's up to how much onion you like, what kind of onion you like. And again, just like my tomatoes, I don't want a big old hunk of onion. So I start off by cutting thin slices. You know, this is a perfect time for me to use my little thingy I got from Temu to keep from slicing my fingers. But I'm already in the groove, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. But here's my thin slices, as thin as I can get them without butchering myself. And then again, I'm going to make a small dice. Okay. Just a small dice. I want little pieces. I don't want anybody walking away with some severe onion breath. So I'm just going to do it small. If you like onion and want a bigger chunk, by all means, chop it bigger. But I love the flavor of onion, but I don't like biting into raw onion. So I'm going to do my little onions the same way. Try and keep them uniform and good size. And try not to cry. And whoo! It's getting hard not to cry. I should have soaked the onions, but it's late and I'm tired. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Dios mío. Qué dolor. My eyeballs is burning. Woo. But yes, guys, I'm tired. Whooshy. And I want to finish this as fast as I can without being too fast, because I want it to be good. They say if you're the jealous type, your eyes will run or burn when you cut onion. And I am the jealous type. So holy smokes. There must be something to it. Have y'all ever heard that if you chew on a matchstick, I know we're crooked, that if you chew on a matchstick, your eyes won't burn if you're cutting onion? I don't know how true that is, but whew, let's get back to the onion of it all. And I am cutting a lot because I'm going to end up making pico de gallo anyway, so I'm going to need a lot of onion, and let's get the torture over with in one chopping block. So back to the guac. So because I am going to make pico de gallo, I'm going to go ahead and mix the onion in with my tomato, because whatever is left over becomes pico de gallo, guys. You just add a couple of other little things, but get out of there. Get out of there. But there's my onion and mater. Now we're moving on to the limes, and we're going to get the guacamole together. Now with the limes, I roll them because some limes, depending on where you get them, are notorious for being dry. I hate that. When you go to friggin' juice a lime and there's no juice in it. So I roll them just to hope. Oh, that smells so amazing. It's making me want tacos, y'all. It's making me want tacos de fajita. But I'm going to use definitely half of one in the in the guacamole, and then the other half in the pico. But I'm just going to slice it for right now because I haven't gotten my my guac squished sufficiently yet. Now, my secret ingredient, guys, okay? Now, my secret ingredient to what I think is what people like my guacamole because of, boom, is paste picante sauce, okay? I can use medium or hot. I do not put cilantro or chile in my guacamole. I only do avocado, onion, and tomato. So I need a little something to give it some spice. This is what I add. This is a brand I use. You can use any brand you want. Homemade is amazing. But this is what I use. And I think, guys, this is what people, what makes it good for people, I think, because I've tried it without it and it's just not the same. So this is my magic ingredient, my secret ingredient. Let's get to smashing these avocados. You can use one of these to mash your avocado. You can use a big old fork to mash your avocado, or you can use one of these, or if you have the other ones that kind of go like SSSS little smashers, you can use either one. Now, because I want to test how firm they were, I'm going to start off with this because I do know some of it was firm. Now I'm going to get some squish and some chop with this. Now, honestly, I've used this forever and ever and ever. But I found that this works just as well, and it leaves a little bit of a chunk. And I don't like a big chunky guacamole, I've already said. But this leaves just enough chunk, you know? It smooths it out and leaves just enough chunk. But once I get it all mushed up, if I feel it's still too chunky, then I go in with my tried and true. But yeah, I'm just going to smash up my hunks. I don't want to get it too smushed, but I don't want no friggin' surprise, oops, big old hunk of avocado in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wipe off. Waste not, want not, guys. Don't be leaving no avocado behind. It's too precious. It's too delicious. Don't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this in just a few, okay? Just a few little smashes. And if someone does end up with a chunk of avocado, more power to them. But that's it. Okay, that's it. That's all the smashing I'm going to do. From now on, the only thing touching this avocado is a spoon when I stir in the other ingredients. I'm going to stir my onion and tomato together. There's a whole buttload of tomato. But I love tomato, guys. I love stinking tomato. But that's a lot more tomato than I had anticipated. So guess what? I'm going to chop up a little more onion. Bear with. Okay, so here is the last bit of that white onion. And I'm going to eyeball it just to make sure that now there's not too much onion. And I think, honestly, that that's pretty good looking. Because like I said, remember, guys, we're going to make a pico de gallo with this. And we don't want it to go from all tomato to all onion. Because we still have to add to this. So this might work, okay? Now this little concoction is going to go into our avocado, okay? So just eyeball it, okay? Just eyeball it and stir. And you'll start getting an idea of whether you want more tomato or onion or whatever. Okay, that definitely is going to need more. Now, I like a chunky guacamole, but not so chunky that you lose the avocado yumminess of it all. So to me, this might be okay. Just got to work with it a little and see. I like the way it looks. Yeah, I don't want it too chunky. I want you to get the flavors of all the yummies in it. But I don't want it to be just tomato and onion. Okay, so there's that. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop with the tomato and onion. Now the only thing I'm going to do here is squeeze half of a lime. Okay, this is also to your taste. Some people don't put lime in it at all. They don't like the flavor of lime in it. But I do. Plus it helps in keeping it from going dark. Yeah, there's the juice of half a lime. Stir that in there. Okay. And now, guys, my secret ingredient. What was it again? Paste picante. And I just dollop a little in here. Just a little, just for a little flavor, just for a little oomph. Give it a stir. You don't want it to turn red on you guys, but something about salsa in avocado just makes it uber yummy. Okay. Now at this point, I'm gonna taste. Because I add salt, but I want to make sure that it tastes like guacamole, if that makes sense. So, oh my gosh, it's pretty darn good. Just a little more of that. Okay, and some salt. I just sprinkle the top and stir. Because if you make it too salty, you can't undo it. If it's not salty enough, then they can salt it wherever you're taking it to. So let's give it another taste. Let me get another fork. No double dipping, people, okay? No double dipping when you're cooking for other people, because that's gross. That's pretty okay. That's pretty darn okay. So this is done. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to take some chopped limes to work in case anybody wants to juice it up with a little bit more lime. But other than that, it's good. You're going to get your onion, your tomato, your avocado. It's a done deal. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know how true this is, but us Latinos were raised that you drop the bone in it to keep it from getting black. Now, I thought about making this in the morning or doing it in the break room at work tomorrow, but yeah, we never know what the phones are going to be doing and how many people we're going to have walk in to the department needing our help. So for now, this is what they're going to get. They're going to get their guacamole. Waste not, want not. I'm licking the spoons, y'all. Nom. Okay. So that's that for that. So now we have this left over, okay? We have our onions and our tomato, okay? We're gonna turn this into Pico de Gallo. How, Mel? How are we gonna do that? Well, let me tell you. A fresh bunch of cilantro that's washed. And jalapeno, look at this mutant. Look at this thing. Huge. I'm only gonna have to use one. So, jalapenos washed, cilantro's washed. Cut the top off and commence to chopping. Now, a lot of people don't like pico because they don't like cilantro. I like cilantro. A lot of people fastidiously only pull off the leaves. I ain't got time for that. So I chop up my stems as well. Now you don't want it super shredded to where it ends up looking like grass coming out of your lawnmower. But you also don't want no big old leaf either, because that'll stick to your teeth. It's kind of strong flavored. So chop it a couple of times, you know, just to get that leaf chopped up. Okay. And add it to your goodies. Guacamole. Guacamole. Now, forgive me, my Latinos, my hardcore veteran Pico de Gallo making Latinos. Forgive me for what I'm about to do. I don't play with Chile, and Chile don't play with me, okay? I always glove up, because I am not trying to forget I was handling some chiles and rub my eyes or other parts and end up wanting to die. Now it's up to you if you want to take out the seeds. Totally up to you. I'm taking out the seeds because I've already been told, please don't make it too hot. That's the whole point of Pico de Gallo. But I get it. Y'all don't want to be running off to the potty, leaving the phones and the patients unattended. I get it. So I'm going to take out as many of the seeds as I can. And then I'm going to do a fine chop, okay? I don't want any latex up in here. I'm going to do the finest chop that I can with this big monster jalapeno, because I don't want any of those ladies to bite down into it and have a conniption because I was lazy with a chop. You know what I mean? So let me get this bad boy under control. And just like the onion, guys, if you have a particularly juicy jalapeno or large one like we do here, it's best not to talk because you will inhale the chile and start choking. So I'm going to zip my lip and dice this chile. Now, because I don't want anyone to bite down into something even this small that may to some be big. I'm going to do just another little coarse chop. You know, just to make it as small as I can without turning it into a friggin' paste. And that is it. Now I'm just going to eyeball it to see if it's enough chile. Okay. Gonna scrape those in there. I'm not gonna do all of it at first because I want to see what it's gonna look like. So we do that. And give it a stir. And it looks lovely. I think it looks lovely. If I were to be given this at a restaurant, I'd be like, okay. Now, the only way to tell if Pico de Gallo is good and hot enough is to taste it. And it's 10 o'clock at night. And I don't want to be up all night long burping. So, all we do now is take your other half of lime. Squeeze that sucker in there. Okay. A little bit of salt. I do it just over the top. Okay. Now, add salt, guys. Please add salt. It just makes everything brighter and fresher. If you don't put salt in, it's just going to taste like veggies. You know, just like, it's not going to have that authentic, fresh Pico de Gallo flavor. It's just salt just brings all of that out. You know what? I'm going to have to taste it, guys, because I don't want anybody to dip into it and it's not good. Hi, here we go. Let me get a little spoonful. I should have had a tostada or something. That is pretty darn good. But honestly, just a little more pepper. Not all of it. Just a little more. I'm going to have to slice another lime. So roll that baby. You saw I rolled the other one and I barely got any juice out of it. I don't fool with limes really. Lemons are my thing, but lime just makes everything taste better. This type of stuff. Okay. So, let's give another little squeeze of lime. See if we get any more out of this one. There we go. That is perfect. Did y'all see the squish? I don't know if y'all missed the squish, but there was the squish. So let's stir in that lime. Let's stir in that salt. Let's give it another taste and take a Tums. Okay. Hijo! That's good. That's good. That, I do believe that's the business. I do believe that's the business. So that's it, guys. That's Pico de Gallo. That's everything. So if you want to make both at the same time, you can. Yeah, it has just the right amount of kick. You're going to get just the right amount of jalapeno in that bite. Now, this is traditionally made with serrano, but I knew if I made this with serrano, these poor ladies were going to die right in front of me. So I opted for jalapeno. But you can use whatever you want. You can use your serrano, your jalapeno, whatever kind of pepper you want. But there you go. And then we're going to go upstairs because I have another haul. I told you guys I was going to let little dude take his day off after his doctor appointments, which turned out amazing, you guys. We have struggled so long to get him to a good weight because he has GI issues with the whole autism thing. So he has GI issues, and for the longest time, we have really struggled to keep him at a good weight. We've struggled to get that GI system working with everything. And he is, according to his GI, at perfect height to weight ratio. He looks great and he feels great. So yay for him. Yay for doctors and God and prayer and just mama making sure this kid eats. But anywho, so he took the day off, right? I went ahead and left him at his grandma's after all his doctor appointments. And then I had to work late, which is why it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm standing here. But on the way home, he wanted to stop by Thrift Mart and Thrift Town, so we did. And I found some stuff. So I'll show you guys that as soon as I get upstairs, clean up all this. But give me a few seconds and we'll do what we do usually up in this channel of ours. So hold on. Okay, guys. So before I get too worn down, let me show, sorry, so tacky. Let me show you guys what I picked up at Thrift Mart and Thrift Town. Okay, Thrift Mart, I just had some fun with you guys. You're going to see in a little bit. But I discovered something about one of the pieces, well, both of the pieces that I'm about to show you. I thought they were blouses, okay? And I love the pattern and I love the cut and I love the style and I loved the fit. I tried these on at the store thinking they were blouses, but they're not, you guys. They're rompers. Now, this first one is this gorgeous orange with powder blue design. It has this little tie back in the back. I thought it was absolutely stunning and it was $5.99. And then I have one that style-wise is made exactly like it. It's just a different pattern. But I think somebody handmade these, guys, because there are no instruction labels, care instruction labels in it. No designer, you know, a brand label or anything. But if this is handmade, this is very well made. I loved this. Like I said, I thought it was a blouse. This one was $5.99, and for some reason, this one was $7.99. But this is the first one that grabbed me. Like, when I saw the pattern and the colors and the cut, I was like, oh, that is a beautiful blouse. And I fell in love with it so much, I did pay the $7.99. But it wasn't until I was trying it on, having some fun with you guys, that I realized, holy crap, they're not blouses, they're rompers. Now, this one is a full romper. I'll show you guys. This one should be, okay? But when I went to look at it a little closer, because I swear the same person made them, I'm like, how come this one is a blouse and that one is a romper? It's not that this one is a blouse. Somebody cut the crotch. Somebody ripped, cut, or unseamed the crotch. So I could wear it as a blouse, but knowing it's a romper and I have this affinity for rompers, even though they're torture when you have to go potty out in public, I'm going to sew back the crotch. Now, whoever owned this either was long crotched or had to go to the bathroom really, really bad and just ripped it open, or they were into something, you know, bam, chicka, wow, wow kind of thing happening. But either way, I'm going to sew this back because the fact that they're rompers and they're so stinking cute and they fit me very well. They work with my little apple body. So I'll show you guys that at the end. The only other two pieces that I picked up there were actually 75% off, guys. They had 3 color tags today. And I found 2 tan pieces. Strangely enough, the last time I was there, when I got my friend that cabinet, and I told you guys I put a lot of stuff back because I was basically just putting stuff in the basket because I don't know if I was bored or whatever. This piece was one of the ones that I left behind and it was still there. Y'all remember this hoodie? This marble, not marble, what is this? Tie-dye marble looking hoodie. It was 75% off of $7.99. So I guess it was good that I left it behind that day because I got a whopping great price on it. And it's warm and cozy. So I got that. And then the other tan purchase I got was another hoodie. I don't know what it is with me and hoodies. but not like so much a sweatshirt hoodie as kind of like these kind of little cottony, dressier kind of hoodies. Isn't that cute? And she was also 75% off of $6.99. So let me show you guys, if I dare, what they look like on. I have this super burst of energy. I dare not say the HAPPY word, but I am feeling that word, which we shall not mention because y'all know what happens. I'm just feeling really good. Had a good day. Had fun making the guacamole and stuff. Considering the last time I made guacamole, I cracked that sucker. But I don't know. I'm just in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I'm exhausted. I smell like cilantro and onion, and I need to get in the shower. But I figured, let me go on ahead and do a little runway with these, and then I can jump in the shower and wash off any cootie that might be on them. But that's everything that I picked up at the Thrift Mart. Little Ju didn't find anything at Thrift Mart today. And then at Thrift Town, I found this lovely mug. My coffee. Can y'all see the little gold? My coffee. And it was 99 cents. I found a book. A Judy Picoult, The Pact, a love story. Okay. I don't know that I can read what this book is about because it has the S word, an act that a person commits on themselves when they're very unhappy. And my understanding is you can't say that word on YouTube. So it has to do with that. Okay. But I love her, and I don't even think I've heard of this book. It's probably super old. But yeah, I don't remember hearing about that one. And it sounded like a good read. And then I got The Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and Ethan Hawke. All people I like. I have The Hateful Eight, and I always think that The Hateful Eight is this one. And then I'm like, no, stupid, you have Hateful Eight. You don't have Magnificent Seven. So, do I have Magnificent Seven? Hold on a second. I think I might have picked up Magnificent Seven. Was this one of the ones one of you guys told me the original with a classic actor was better than this one? Dang it, y'all know I be duping movies because I just buy so many of them. But the good thing, pink was half off. So I only paid $1 for it. So got that, and then little dude got another one of these. This one has good poof. Do y'all hear that? That's going to sting when we chase each other around. And more than likely, I'm going to be the stingette, not the stinger. Is that right? Stinger. I'm going to be the one that's getting shot at with this thing. I just have a feeling. But another one to our little Madhouse collection. But that's everything. So, yeah, that's everything. It's been a long day, but a very productive day and a good day. So, I hope you guys had a good Wednesday. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good Wednesday. I hope y'all got over the hump of the week, and I hope you guys have a great remainder of your week. Who knows what I'm going to get into this noggin, this medulla oblongata of mine to come and bother y'all with next. But in case I don't see y'all for a few days, have a good week. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys on my next go around. So until then, I love y'all bunches. Bye.